Save the purple crayon for Daddy.
Motherfucker. I like that. Running around sneeching my dough.
Gucci go.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll have more to choose from as we go, but those have been some of my favorite lines since we started. This is the Bidet Boys, and this is an awful movie.
This is a terrible movie.
It might be my least favorite thing that I've ever seen. Like, we'll get into it. It's Paul Blart, Mall Cop 2. You haven't seen the first one, right?
No, and I won't. I'll never see the first one.
Yeah.
I may never watch another Kevin James movie again.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but just his acting, like, I feel like he could do better, and I'm disappointed in him.
I don't know if that's true, but we could do better.
It was an awful movie. The first time I think that I've ever like rooted against the protagonist so hard. Nothing in this movie makes sense, like from a relationship standpoint to just everything is awful. And yeah, I do want to start off by saying, if Paul Blart existed in 2024, you think that like he would be like thinking that Robert Kennedy is going to come back and be the vice president, right?
I think I'm not entirely sure that Paul Blart could exist in today's time period.
You don't think there's Paul Blarts out there?
No, man, that like him.
Yeah,
That was just like a spoof of.
You
I
don't
don't.
think
I've
that
never
there's-
met a person like that. That was
don't
just
think-
like the most infuriating person for an. I can't believe. I have a question.
yeah.
Are we supposed to like him?
So yes, that is the answer. I don't remember
Never
the first
hated
movie.
someone.
Yeah, no, he's awful. Like, and I think maybe not seeing the first one kind of made it worse because like you don't get to know why he thinks he's this way. But still, it's 6 years after the fact. Like,
I'm gonna say this. His wife is a very smart lady. And his mother, that was a very lucky lady. Like, God, man, like
This dude
shout
sucks.
out to them.
Yeah. But I guess we'll hop into it. I figured out how to, like, I think if you keep it under like 11 minutes, you can just have free reign with the content. And, like, you don't have to like put stuff over it and like alter the voices. So this week, besides my dog who's currently growling at me, we are going to be able to see and hear everything as it's meant to be. But here we are watching Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. So we've already seen it. I got 5 minutes into this movie and I was like, do I really have to watch the rest of this?
Yeah.
Let me take
I
care of this.
wondered why you picked this. I thought you hated
You
it.
picked
Like,
it.
Hated me. I didn't
You
pick
picked,
Paul Blart.
yeah, you said, oh, what about Paul Blart? And I was like,
What options was I presented with?
You were like, hey, let's do this.
Were we daisy chaining?
I don't even think so.
I don't know how we got here. That was
We'll have to
if
replay
that's
the
true.
tape.
If that's true, that's the worst decision I have ever made in my natural life. And I've made some bad ones.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll just get into this.
Yeah, I guess.
This is going
Just wade
to be,
into the water. Let's just jump in. It's cold,
This-
but let's fuck it. Let's do it.
yeah, this is gonna be rough. But these first two clips,
Guys, we barely made this episode. The reason that we did is because our friends at Lux Bidet, you can save 15% off of Bidet. Codename Bidet Boys. Lux Bidet, luxbidet.com.
and we've got a quick little video before we hop into things, and we'll let Lux Bidet have the floor.
Dano. Let me tell you about our good friends, our great friends at Lux Bidets. Lux Bidets are the superior seats of comfort for all your gastrointestinal needs. The perfect geographical location for your keister. These bad boys are stylish. These bad boys are sleek, and more importantly, these bad boys are effective. Like the Neo 320, Dano, the Neo 320, with its advanced 360 self-clean, it's the only bidet, the only one, with a self-cleaning feature that rinses both the guard gate and the nozzles, Dano. Nozzles, Dano, as in plural. That's right, plural. Dual washing, so you can experience the absolute pinnacle of one clean-ass wash. And look, guys, we expect nothing less from our good friends at Lux Bidets. And right now, if you want to try the easiest bidet to install, on average 78% faster than the bidets all those other companies want you to overpay for, then you can use the code Bidet Boys to save 15% off of these amazing machines. What do you have to lose? So come on, guys, let's wash our ass together, and let's do it with Lux Bidet.
Amazing. I
great.
love it. I'm thinking here, like Lux Bidet, I think, is on board with what we're doing, because they've started they put us on their story and they've commented on stuff. So like they know we exist, but I don't know that they know what we do. I like to think that they think that we're just over here talking about bidets.
Do we know what we do?
Yeah, well, we do this.
I think it's a podcast about shitty movies. I think that's the funny part. It's just the Day Boys. We're reviewing shit.
Yeah,
we're cleaning shit.
Yeah,
we're gonna go do the shit so you don't have to.
Yeah, I have a new tagline that I think the Lux Bidet should use.
Let's hear it.
Your mud pie is our mission.
I saw that. We got to workshop that. Only because I feel like mud pies invoke childhood memories for me, and I don't want you to take that from me.
Okay, fair enough. That's all you had to say.
Back in the day, it was nice, like playing the dirt.
Yeah.
I didn't have much. It was a simple toy.
Don't you dare take away my favorite childhood toy. Mud.
It's not bad. Your mud pies are on a mission. On a mission for mud. On a mission for mud pies.
We're the Bidet Boys, and we're on a mission for mud pies.
That sounds terrible. There's probably a subgenre of porn for that. And it's just bad.
That is.
They don't want to sponsor that.
Yeah.
But they don't. But also, and they don't want to sponsor this movie either.
No, I would like to shout out the Lux Bidet real quick one more time. They sent us sweet merch. Here's one right here. We've got the Neo 185 Plus. This one's on the wall because the 320 Plus is in my bathroom. I have been blasting like crazy. And
the 320.
The 320. The
with
worst.
The dual nozzles.
With the dual nozzles and the heated. Yeah, dude. It's nice, but my wife can hear it. So every time I'm using the bidet, I get a text that's just like blasting it, huh? Like, but it's worth it.
That.
It's worth it. The clean is worth it. The heat, it feels so good. And we got to get you one soon over to you. We've got the whole product catalog, but enough about bidets.
Apparently, Amigo is. They're done.
Yeah,
so out with the old, in with the Lux.
Yeah, I would like to say that I don't think Amigo could have held a torch, a candle, to what our friends at Lux are doing.
As an Amigo user, I would say that's true. That's accurate.
Yeah. And we're gonna change that.
I haven't even used it.
Yeah, I would like to say clean keister. Go fuck yourself. Like
mushy. It's on site. Like
BioBidet, their social media at BioBidet. So I've been trolling bidet social. I've been the social media for bidet people's nightmare for the past week, because anytime I see because that's all it's on my sponsored post now. By the way, like it's just bidets, so it's just like picture bidet advertisement. So I just see them all and I commented on them, and then I'm just roasting these guys because they're not Lux Bidet. But
which, I mean, that's not their fault. We all can't be Lux Bidet. Bidet is.
But Clean Keister is a son of a bitch, and they can go fuck themselves.
I was gonna say, this movie is so terrible that we are literally talking about things that clean your ass. We're talking about this movie. Like that's how
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah. So before
Oh
we start,
my
I'm gonna try to remember what I'm gonna tell you the plot of the first one, if I can remember correctly. Okay. He's this dude, so he wants to be a cop. He wants to be a cop. He's
That
like
was
taking
clear.
the well,
That was clear. I
yeah.
gathered that.
He
gathered that immediately.
He's taking the test and he loses. So he's at a mall, and basically it's like the first movie is like Home Alone with Paul Blart in a mall. There you go. That's pretty much the premise of it. This movie though, it is like
It was a doozy.
it was a doozy. I'll give my honest ranking of this whole. What did you say?
I was like, yeah, let's get into it. Let's get
Yeah.
into it.
I'm gonna so
We
this
almost
is
didn't.
so
We
this
all
is
really almost didn't.
yeah, this is my full assessment of this movie. This is the most unbelievable movie that we have covered so far, and we have covered a movie where Triple H and his vampire friends bring back Dracula, and and I believe that more than I believe any of the shit that happens in this movie. It is the most unbelievable piece of cinema that I've ever seen.
It's terrible. I think it was according to California law, all these people can actually do is just call the police and watch you.
Yeah.
That was my first note upon realizing what this movie was. Like it said Mall Cop 2, right? And I don't know what I thought, but yeah, a guardsman.
Yeah,
I was thinking about that.
Wait, you didn't know that he was like a security guard?
I mean, from the title, I assumed he like did some shit with the mall, but like they have cops in the mall, like so I didn't know what he did.
No, yeah, he mall cops, and
like I thought he was just gonna play like a buffoon cop. Like that's another note I have in here. Does Kevin James ever play anything other than a buffoon?
No, I don't think so. I'll admit something that like probably makes my family seem a little bit less. But my dad loves this movie. Not this one specifically, but the first one, because my dad did security. So one year he actually went as Paul Blart for Halloween. Like
that's awesome.
He had a poster up in his office of Paul Blart because and we'll see it in the speech. Like he is the security guard.
They all aspire to be this man. Like they have pictures on their wall. Of
my dad had it in his office. Yeah. So let's hop right into it. This movie starts off insane, by the way, like just absurd. So let's get into it.
The view is amazing.
Help us.
And that view is even more beautiful when you have someone to share it with.
Mr. Blart?
For 6 days. My beautiful wife of almost a week let me know by letter that she had what I like to call some regrets. I always had Mom.
Oh, here's my paper.
That is, until she got drilled by a milk truck. Didn't know they even had those anymore.
So that is literally how the movie opens.
The absurdity.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like it almost makes me think that they like didn't think of what could they not get the actors back? Like
no, it costs too much.
They
pay Kevin James.
The whole previous movie is him getting this girl and her falling in love with him, and now it's just like after 6 days she was like, nah. So automatically they're just like, fuck our previous storytelling. We didn't know what we were doing back then. Now we're putting it all in this one.
I told you that my note was that she was a smart woman.
Yeah.
And that his mother was a lucky woman.
Yeah.
I'll show you we'll all show you over
Yeah.
the course of this, but like I said, I hate this man. Not Kevin James. Kevin James is probably a really good dude. Like
Yeah.
honestly, he's probably a cool dude. I'm talking
Yeah.
about Paul Blart. Like I hate Paul Blart.
Yeah.
What a prick.
What a piece of shit. We're just gonna show you reason after reason after reason why that is the case.
Yeah, spoiler alert. This is really just gonna be a podcast about us shitting on Paul.
Yeah.
Blart.
We're gonna
For
be
the better part.
dissecting this man, and just it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
Remember that we have leftover baked ziti.
So this is like the first 10 minutes of the movie.
So say I'm smiling because of it's not funny. It's like I'm smiling because it's cringe.
Yeah,
I guess what the kids say. It's cringe.
It is very cringe. It's has no riz. But so this
None.
No riz. So Paul Blart, security guard at the mall, and he finds out that he has been invited to this convention in Las Vegas with all of it's like the national convention. But his daughter also finds out that she got into UCLA, and so she didn't want to tell her, and that's why she said the big ZD line. But yeah, I'm just gonna let it play. I think this next one is him. Do you have any notes on their relationship or anything up to this point?
But his daughter also, wasn't she a teenager?
Yeah, I don't really know.
She was like 30 years old. Like she's a grown woman. Like clearly,
their relationship and her as his daughter, and just like her whole arc, is just so unbelievable for me that it just takes me out of the movie every time she's in the scene.
It gets creepy at one.
Yeah.
There's one scene. It gets really creepy, like very creepy.
We're gonna probably play that scene, but this next scene, I think this is Exhibit A in our reason we don't like Paul Blart.
Officer Blart, I see we have you in a partial mountain view, and you requested a bottomless bowl of peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, it's strictly medicinal. Unfortunately, I am cursed with hypoglycemia. Sugar level drops, so do I. How'd the mayo? Hold on a second here. You probably didn't know this, Heath, but if you check the grand ballroom and see which group is booked there this evening, I think your tune may change a wee bit.
Mini Kiss, the cover band.
And we will hear from Mini Kiss.
That's how the good.
So like that's Chekhov's gun in this is Mini Kiss, and they do pay it off. Spoiler alert. What a fucking nightmare.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's just okay. So that in that scene, I used to work at a front desk. So a lot of these notes are really funny because they all start out as a front desk worker or as a former front desk worker, and then whatever the hell I had to say. So first of all, we don't know shit about the individual. We know about the event.
Yeah.
If we know about you, it's because there's a note for you in the file. That's just some game for everybody. Like if you ever are famous, like you talk to wrestlers, they're listen. The only way they know you is if there's a note that tells them who you are. That's it. And so that was a super douche thing to do. The next douche thing to do, or the next easy thing to do that the manager did later on, is that comping rooms is like the first thing that's like the first level for first level Karens. If you take it to the next level, there's other shit. But the first thing we'll do is like comp a breakfast, comp a meal, whatever. Upgrade your room. Not comp a room, but upgrade your room rather.
Mm-hmm.
Because most people don't order or make reservations for specific types of rooms unless like single versus double beds, but one person doesn't need double bed, so then you can give it to a family, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't really matter. The point is, Paul Blart's a douche, a prick, I have no other words. No other words.
Yeah. I think that they had to put his wife leaving him and his mother dying. I think that maybe that came after the fact. They're like, dude, this dude is such a piece of shit. We've got to make people sorry for him. What can we do? Why don't we take out his wife? Okay. Still need more. Let's kill his mom. They're like, we got to get some momentum behind this guy. And
is he just acting out? Is that are we being hard on a man who just lost his wife and mother? Is he just acting out?
Don't make me feel bad for Paul Blart.
No, I'm saying, is that what it was? Is he just of course he's being an asshole. He hates the world right now.
I have to believe that that's who he is as a person. That's just what I have to believe.
What have you seen the first one?
I have, but I have a little memory of it. I have actually seen this one before. And like the fact that I voluntarily watched this, I'm just like, that's how you know you've grown as a person. That's how you know.
That's it. Watch Paul Blart 10 years later and see how you feel.
Yeah. If you hate it, then you've grown. If you still like it, there might not be hope for you.
Also, fun fact, milkmen, that's still a thing? She got hit by a milkman. What?
Right? Oh. It's like they like did a formula. They're like, here's the script. They had a robot like, how many jokes can we possibly fit in here? Like every moment where there can be a joke, we need you to fit it in. And like a robot wrote this script with like AI with jokes, and that was their instruction. That's what it feels like. Because anytime there is an opportunity, even if it's not needed, it's either this dude like fucking doing like weird like slapstick shit, or it's like dumb jokes.
No in between.
No in between.
It's just one dimensional. That's kind of the problem with these movies that we watch, that we put ourselves through watching. It's just they're so it's just low hanging fruit.
Yeah. So like this like movies have become homework in a sense because like you have to watch them by a deadline. So I was like super slammed at work, and I was just sitting there just like, I still gotta watch Paul Blart. Like that was something that was on my mind. I was like, nobody should ever have to say that sentence, but we did for you, and we've condensed this movie into like a 10-minute chunk that we're going to continue to walk you through here next. He's with his daughter. This is just another excuse or reason that he's just a piece of shit.
Wide hips, thick ankles, and a low center of gravity. That's how the good Lord made us. That's why we're no good at running hurdles. And we never will be.
What is that?
It's my vibrating fork. It forces me to eat slower. You think I eat fast at home? On vacation, I'm like a cheetah chasing a faster cheetah.
Pause. Why?
This is
who's laughing?
No one, but this is actually a good idea.
Really?
I personally like, a fork that vibrates so you remember like you're eating too fast or some shit. That's kind of cool.
Oh,
yeah, I fucks with that.
You fucks with that?
But that's it.
It exists.
Outside of that, it's weird. This whole scene is weird. Like, that was the only part where I was just sitting there like, I wonder if they really have those. And then I started zoning back into the movie and was like, oh shit, I'm watching Paul Blart. Prop mic.
Although I must say you have very soft hands.
Airbag. Look, I know it takes two to tango, but my dancing shoes are currently out for repair.
So this is one of my least favorite parts of the movie is they had this dumb storyline where this attractive woman like is absolutely over hills like thirsty for Paul Blart. This whole movie.
Yeah.
And
I honestly like my whole thing was if she fucking kisses this man, I'm done. Turn this movie off. I'm done. Like one fucking romantic moment between these two, and I'm out. Like this is crazy.
Yeah, and we have other examples throughout the movie, but like it just like this movie is so unbelievable. Like that is something like never in a million years would that ever happen, and it just makes me angry.
It's terrible.
is terrible.
But so one of the things about her is, so she has this. So this whole time she has this other boyfriend. It's the security guard, right? The hotel security guard, and she and him, like first of all, he walks up and calls her pet, which is super, like, that's problematic. But regardless, they continue. What's wrong, my pet? But anyway, they continue to go on throughout the movie, and she just increasingly tries to, like, thirst trap my boy Paul Blart. And towards the end, when he shuts her down and tells her to go back with Sad Boy, because at that point he's crying, right? Yeah. And my first thought is, like, why would you take? She's literally going to cheat on you, because she will sleep with anybody. Because Paul Blart is literally anybody.
He is rock bottom. He is like. So,
I didn't understand even in that moment. Like, I feel like Paul Blart was supposed to be in that moment helping out a buddy. Yeah. But it just seemed like he was just setting him up for failure.
Yeah.
Like, I hate this dude.
Yeah.
I hate this dude. Like,
yeah.
Kevin Blart. Kevin James is the worst writer if he alone wrote this.
Is he?
I know he produced it. I think he directed. Did he direct it? Or no?
I don't.
I think he wrote and produced and starred in this. Yeah. I think that's what happened. Like, because this is some shit, dude. This is crazy. Yeah. This is a crazy movie. The fact that this got made, like, you have to know Adam Sandler.
It's a Happy Gilmore movie, like, exactly.
Like, tell me you're best friends with Adam Sandler without telling me.
Yeah. So Kevin James wrote this with some other dude whose main credit is Sabrina the Teenage
Witch.
Yeah, that's what this dude's big credit. That and The Zookeeper, which is another movie I'm sure is awful. But yeah, so I also like to think that they're just like he walks in, he's like, I don't need a script, and all of this is just improv. That might make this movie a little bit better, but I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, because you have to get it greenlit by somebody. Yeah, like, you have to show something to the studios. You can't just write nothing and just say, like, give us a blank check and, like, get in a camera. So he has to write something. So, like, someone wrote this shit down,
and it was him. It was like, you think you would know your strengths.
Like, why, man? Why did this movie have? Who asked for it? Who was clamoring for Paul Blart Mall Cop 2?
My dad.
Was the first one a hit?
No, I don't really think so. I think it was more of like a joke in society, like,
because this is the trivia. One of the things, this is called Swamp Mama, in like 7 different countries. Which I will love. This is, if you called this Swamp Mama, that's a whole different movie.
Yeah.
And I would like it.
See, if I spent the entire movie trying to figure out why it's called Swamp Mama, I think this might be the best thing ever. Like, I'm just like analyzing everything, and it's like, they haven't even gone to a swamp yet. Like, yeah.
But
no,
that's not what we got. We got Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Yeah, and I'm not even knowing what's coming next. We're just gonna go along this ride.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh,
thanks for telling me Victoria's Secret. What do you think you're wearing, young lady?
A bathing suit?
First off, that's the fucking, like, most modest bathing suit I have ever seen. Like, we'll rewind it a little bit.
I see people wear that on, like, a summer day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Like, just not even a bathing suit, just a shirt.
Thanks for telling me Victoria's Secret. What do you think you're wearing, young lady?
A bathing suit?
Maybe for an elf. Decor.
Elf? Well, I don't get that.
I don't get that one either.
Maybe for an elf, like small people, like pointy ears, like.
I don't understand it.
Maybe. Yeah, I can't even.
I can't help them.
No, I don't even know what he could say. Like
the funniest thing in that scene is that he's telling his daughter, who's 37 years old, that she can't wear can't wear a bathing suit that she wants to. That's fucked up.
Decor
And I wonder if there's a moment where
next
somebody like is like going over the script. They're like, "Hey, Kevin, man, this doesn't like really hit." He's like, "No, trust me. I'm gonna say it like decorum." Like he's like, "No, trust me. I'm gonna jazz up the last word and it's gonna be fine."
Just pull him to the side. He's like, "Kevin, this piece of shit. Like, this is a bad movie."
Hey, man, how much do you owe the government? Like,
oh man.
Like, do you need help with money?
I heard you're pretty good on one of those things.
I've been known to dabble.
I will say the way he picks this up is slick. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
That right there, that's just slick.
I'll need
That's
a valid
smooth.
driver's license if you want to take it for a test drive.
If I ever pick up a Segway, that's how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Let me just nudge
He's
her
just
out
being a
of
real
whisper
piece of
mode.
shit. Like, this dude's like, "Hey, you can't do this," and he's like, "I don't give a fuck." I spiced it up a little bit.
There's a small part of me that wanted him to fall off at every turn. I was waiting for it, and it never happened.
We did get the nice little nugget at the end, but so there he goes. He does.
I mean, I was hoping that the car had killed him.
Yeah, for those listening, Paul Blart sees a Segway, and he's like, "Ooh, let me show you what I can do on this." Because like, we'll give him this. He's good on the Segway.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah. No.
Like
Bro's got skills.
He knows what he's doing. But this dude's like, "I need to see your license." He's like, "You have to pay for this." And he's like, Nah. Wait till you see what I can do on this." And then he just does tricks in a parking lot, and then he does damage to it. Like he just like not only like he fucked up somebody's business. Like that's one less Segway they can make money off of.
And,
for what?
And the passenger front panel of someone.
Yeah, they fucked up somebody's Sebring. Yeah.
Yeah, those parts aren't cheap.
Yeah, no. I don't even think they're making Sebrings anymore. So you definitely But yeah, he's just a piece of shit in every aspect. He's a bad dad. He's a bad person. He's like just
Latest friend, the big sticky.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the non-lethal montage. I love this.
Yeah.
Lonnie loves the best thing in this entire thing. She's the only saving grace.
Yeah. So that was, I don't really have anything to say about that, but like that you need to know that happens later. They're at a security guard convention. This is the newest tech in security.
They're basically walking around. They have the who was the guy? Pat Oswalt. It's like a billion of those guys, and they're all just selling stuff. And
you just
it's
walk
all
in,
non-lethal.
Like, Hi, hottie. It's just like
it's all just non-lethal stuff all around, and none of it'll kill you. And it's a montage of all this crap.
Yeah.
And, some dude was selling marbles. Like literally, was just that was the thing.
It was just
he was just like, "Yo, these can't step on these." You know, shit. That's not what they're for. It's supposed to play games.
They're for games and decoration. Like, it's like these guys saw Home Alone, and that's what they think self-defense is.
It's like they're all just like that kid grew up to own whatever expo that is. He's the one putting on that expo.
He's just sitting there, just like marble gun. What if we get a gun? Like this is like, what if we get a gun that just blasts goo? Like that's some kid idea shit.
Yeah, I didn't.
You like walk up to a 10-year-old and just like, "Hey, how do we stop a bad guy?" You're like, marbles. You're gonna want marbles. Marbles and goo.
That's a t-shirt. Marbles and goo.
Marbles and goo. Yeah. So that this will come into play later, because there's a lot of Chekhov's gunning here. They're foreshadowing a lot here.
Yeah.
And they do pay off most of it, so I'll give them that. But
you know what? I've lost my appetite.
It's just that I don't care.
Yeah, no.
That they pay it off, great. I don't care.
So what happens in between here? His daughter. So there's this pool boy who is like, this part doesn't make sense for me either. Like, they just don't seem like people that would like. It's just, I don't know. Their relationship is wild.
No, this is a husband and a wife arguing right now.
Yeah,
and
this
is okay. She fits this role.
Yeah,
she's age appropriate for this scene.
Yes.
All the other stuff before, I'm like, oh no, it's not a teenager. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's at the very least. At the very least, I'll give you a second year law school student.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And so this is her husband, and they're arguing. Like, but
well,
no, this is his daughter, which is another creepy thing.
Yeah. Well, she was younger. Like, I guess she looked younger in the first one, so they're kind of stuck. Like, they can't like Will Smith's mom this, like Fresh Prince, just show up with a new daughter.
How old is she?
I don't know. Let's find out. You want to take a guess?
26.
Okay. We'll have to date it back to when this movie came out. Raini Rodriguez. She is young. She's older than I am.
I told you. For the rest of the movie, I'm calling her Consuela. Consuela is old. Consuela is an old woman. I'm calling her Consuela.
She was born in 93. In 93, so she's 31.
Wait, she's younger than me. Or 93?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's younger than me. Damn, so I'm the old man.
Well, yeah, but you're not. You're not playing Kevin.
I'm not playing a teenager. Yeah, it's true. I'm not playing a teenager.
So it's fine. But yeah, he's mad because she's hanging out with a boy, and he thought that she got kidnapped because she wasn't there, and she was just at the pool, and he looked dumb. And then he also found out that she's got into UCLA.
Lost my appetite. What has gotten into you? You lied to me. You said you were taking a nap.
Well, I was going to, but...
you never called me once. You leave the bath filled, which could have caused water damage. Candles lit, which could have burnt down Las Vegas, Nevada.
I'm sorry. It's just that Lane invited me to go out to the pool.
Lane? That's what this betrayal's about? Chicken chow? Lane?
That's verbal abuse.
It is.
Like, that's like...
You shouldn't treat your wife that way.
No, or it's toxic behavior.
But no, we're not going to let that sit there. Raini Rodriguez just dunked all over me. They're making fun of how old she looks, and I'm older than she is. That's hilarious.
but yeah, she
just like straight like ride 'em cowboy dunked on me, dude. Like nuts all over the side of the face. Damn, that wasn't good. What's the next clip? I don't even want to spend. It's so weird. It makes me wonder, what are you? Is this a movie about grief?
No, not at all.
It's got to be, man. Explain that scene to me then.
Like maybe like I don't know.
This
like,
has to be a movie about grief. It has to be
the smartest movie ever.
It could be. It could be. It could potentially be that everybody in the world didn't see the genius in what Kevin James actually wrote.
Yeah,
he's a misunderstood. He's a tortured genius.
I feel like if he didn't do all of the crime stopping stuff, it would have. I could believe it, but the fact that he's
throwing that out there for you, man. He's throwing it out there for the people. He's got to. It's like
he's got to sell. Tickets,
it's a dark comedy.
Okay.
I bet it's a dark comedy.
Let's find out. We'll let you guys decide as we continue through this. Oh, my note here was fucking
this
Big
is a dark
Draco.
comedy. Oh yeah. This is Big Draco vibes.
for
This is
those. So
that is
he's
every Machine Gun Kelly music video ever. Just right there.
Have you seen a lot of them?
No, the sad boy rappers. That's their leader, right? That's the
I guess
CEO. Sad boy CEO.
Sad boy CEO. But in this scene, Kevin James, Paul Blart is the sad boy as he's walking up an escalator, all Big Draco, with the crowds speeding past him at different times than he's in, and he's just crying going up an escalator in front of the Las Vegas Strip.
Which is part of the dark comedy.
Yeah,
it's part of the dark comedy, man.
Without Paul Blart, there would be no Joker.
Like peat moss and curry.
I wrote down for this. This is my HR scene.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
You don't want to go out with me?
Whoa. Seems to me like two nice people are trying to board the peace train, but she seems to have derailed.
Look, this hairy, drunk, rent-a-cop, confused go-away for hit on me.
Hey.
Ma'am, Officer Panero here, who in my professional opinion doesn't seem drunk, has at least 3 years training in distress recognition. Sure, he sensed that an attractive lady sitting by herself most likely seemed a bit lonely.
The worst part about this is that it fucking works. Like, he changes her mind.
Right.
Like, that's why this movie, like, every chance that they had to make this believable, they were like, no. Like, he's this loser sack of shit, but he has this ability to, like...
He's got game?
He's got game.
Like, with that?
Yeah. He has,
again, maybe he does. Maybe he's just... Maybe it's just a dark comedy about grief. I'm just going to keep pushing that because otherwise, what did we just spend an hour and a half doing?
We're going to be like spending, by the time this is over, like 3 hours with Paul Blart. Like, we're both very big Hurricanes fans, and fucking Game 6 is on right now, and we're over here
listening
watching
to Paul Blart.
Yeah. With that said, let's watch the next clip.
I was not making advances towards you earlier.
Thirst Trap McGee.
Ever.
Look, I understand you have no control over this. Integrity is a bewitching gumbo, but I'm preparing now internally to give the keynote, so if you don't mind, okay?
We've skipped a lot of plot here. I don't think it fucking matters. But when when he entered the lobby, somebody told him, like, hey, I heard that you're going to be the keynote speaker. And I'm pretty sure they were probably fucking with him. Like, because they're like, this Paul Blart guy.
It was Lonnie Love.
Yeah.
Lonnie Love's character, yeah.
Yeah, she was fucking with him. And so that's why he gets all big, high, and mighty when he's checking it.
Yeah,
so
because of the mall save that everybody talks about or whatever it was.
Which was 6 years ago, by the way.
This is 6 years ago, man. You gotta move on. 6 years
ago.
Like,
yeah. But the dude passes out that's hitting on the girl, and he was supposed to give the keynote speaker, which the bar obviously isn't high if that the dude is doing it. Like, yeah. But so now he's doing the keynote speech and he's preparing for it. And I think the next is the very so for some reason
no, you can't tell him. Okay, I was gonna say because I didn't know anything about the guy.
We'll save that till the end. So he has a panic attack in the green room and he goes out to get some air, and he, like, first of all, I think the bird is right. Like, clearly he's being a dick and he's being aggressive towards the bird. But they have this little tussle. So he's getting his ass kicked by a quail-sized bird in this scene, for those listening, while a man playing the piano just smiles and watches.
It just the whole time.
Yeah.
Doesn't move. He screams out for help, and the man just continues to play.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a single mistake, by the way.
But wouldn't you? Like, if you had been around Paul Blart,
my note was, this piano player is me.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
me.
That's
I
how we
wouldn't
all
have helped
feel.
him at all.
No.
If anything,
not
I'd
at
have walked over there and started just hitting him with my nose right along with that bird.
I would start playing music like the yakety sax. Oh, but yeah. So he gets attacked by this bird for no reason, other than they were just like, we're short on time. And he's like, what if I get attacked by a bird? So he gives a speech.
Yeah.
I included very little of the speech because like there's a lot of this movie where I was just like I originally had it and I was just like, we don't need to hear this. Like this isn't gonna be good for anybody. So I took these are the only parts I.
When people ask me why do you do it, I have to laugh.
What the fuck is that?
Genius, dark comedy, grief. Right.
Ask me why do you do it, I have to laugh.
Like,
can we put that in the intro?
Yes. You sure can. I don't know. So like this, and like for those, if you're never gonna watch this movie, you're gonna think you're not like this is actually like a 3 or 4 minute scene, but I maybe made it 15 seconds.
Someone who has spidey senses when things are going wrong.
So he fucking wins over the crowd. Like he gives this like I'm every security guard. It's all in me. Like speech.
Yeah.
And everybody's feeling them fucking selves. Like, yeah, like that's a fucking like, yeah.
Yeah.
So so now everybody loves Paul Blart. And so
if your dad saw it, he was just like sitting there like vibing.
My dad was
like,
just
yeah.
like
yeah.
Yeah.
I pick it up what you're putting down, brother.
Testify. Oh, my dad was a pastor, so that was like a 2-part joke, but only for me.
Told me. And if you decide,
so this is the bad guy. Oh shit! There's so while this is happening, there's also a plot to steal massive art. Which can I just say that I find it hard to believe that a hotel that is having a security guard convention is also a hotel where there is like millions of dollars worth of art.
Priceless art. Van Goghs.
Yeah.
Like he was saying Van Goghs.
And yet Mini Kiss and the Security Guard Association are having their events here.
Right. Right. You got Van Goghs in there, but
Yeah.
Mini Kiss is like no disrespect to Mini Kiss.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would love
be
to
the
see
greatest
Mini Kiss.
concert I've never seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, you don't have at least not real ones.
Yeah, not at all.
Like,
but like they
not the good ones.
Yeah.
Not the ones people want.
Yeah. We're on our way down the roller coaster here. But earlier, I forgot to include this scene just because, like, overall, I think it's fucking dumb, but I didn't feel like making people watch it. But it was when he was at the casino and he, like, lost all of his money. And then he, like, chugged a root beer because, like, it was like root beer is his beer.
Yeah. Have you ever had a root beer brought to you in a beer like glass?
Yeah, it's nice.
You
it's
have? Where?
Yeah. Maybe like a Chili's or something, or like a.
I was at a medieval times.
Oh really?
That's the only place I've ever seen it though. That's why I thought you were gonna say no because I was no. I've never seen that other than that place.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly where it was. Yeah.
It was pretty cool, like a big wooden looking picture. Like it was awesome. Yeah. But I was like, that's not a real thing.
No.
Also, they would never tell you where to bet.
No.
Ever. Like ever. That guy was on one. Like they would never say put your shit here. And they certainly, even if they did, which they wouldn't, they would not ever tell you how much to bet.
No. It's fucking ridiculous.
Like that dude should lose his job, like right on the spot.
So many people in this should lose their job.
Also, I mean, every hotel worker, like the hotel workers don't know that there's a robbery going on. The police haven't been informed, but these these like security guards know, but they haven't told.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of holes in this plot. So, but the art is trying to be stolen by this guy, and this guy, I'm pointing at my monitor. You guys can't see it. This guy,
Neil McDonough.
Yeah, I've seen this dude do some good acting before.
Yeah,
he's not a bad actor, but he's here, and I think he's just fucking getting a paycheck. This is the definition of just cashing in your check. It's like, you'll pay me how much? Okay, cool. Don't expect the full deal. And they're like, please, we would want you to outshine the rest of the cast. But so he's kidnapped his daughter. This is the Taken scene from Taken, and the stolen scene from Stolen, but for Paul Blart. Similarities.
Daisy chain.
Yeah.
Attempt to track this cell phone or make any attempt to come after me. Oh boy, I am so crazy. I'll put you and your daughter in a world of pain.
Here's a few things you don't know about me. First off, Payne is my co-pilot, so no problem then. And second,
it gets hypoglycemic shock or whatever, and just like
I forgot to put
ground.
Music behind this. Yeah.
This shit right here is some of the weirdest cinema I have seen. It's like that I could watch next to my grandma.
So can I tell you something funny? So for those who don't know, he's hypoglycemic. So he like crashed on the floor. So he like rolls underneath somebody's dripping ice cream cone and like tries to catch the sugar so he can keep going. Fun concept, right? But we know what it looks like. We know what it looks like.
Right.
I tried to post this clip on TikTok as like here's what we're watching next week. Immediately got taken down for a community violation. Yeah, because they thought that this was porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a child right there. That's a child.
I mean, that's where he's getting the ice cream from.
Yeah.
Like it's from the kid's ice cream cone who's watching him the whole time.
And that's why it's just like, this is not good.
Like this is the thing. They have those what was that? The Nickelodeon documentary.
Oh, Quiet on the Set.
With the guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that guy was doing that kind of shit, right? He was always making those little sexual innuendos.
Well, Kevin James.
What was that?
Like, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, that was definitely sexual. At least TikTok thinks so.
Because like my note was going to be something along the lines of, okay, we get it. He's fat, and he's like the fat Popeye. That's hilarious. But then I like saw that it was a little girl staring him dead in the eyes. It's like, yo, I don't want to say that note.
That's trauma.
Like, it's just like everything in this movie though is kind of like a fat joke. It's like we get it, bro. He's fat.
Yeah, we get
fat.
It. Like,
like the you have it in here. It's the with the Hershey kiss. Like it just it's just to get it, man.
Which makes it even funnier that he wrote this movie.
He's like, they'll love it. People love love like just shitting on me for being fat.
Yeah. What if he's just like, if I beat him to it, they can't like I'll take the sting right out of the punch. But
it could be a humiliation ritual movie.
Yeah.
I've had a friend tell me about that crazy shit. So maybe this was Kevin James's put on the dress moment.
So you're not on TikTok, right? Like
I am, but not yeah. I have that.
Yeah, you have, So the great thing about TikTok is there are these like little pockets of TikTok where they're just like you get to go into a different world. Like there's a prison side of TikTok where these prisoners get cell phones and they record videos of themselves dancing. There's like any niche that you could find, there is a side of TikTok for that. I found an account that found the fetish side of TikTok. And they kind of like they do these things where it's just like, is this a fetish or is this an actual cooking tutorial? And like they'll like point out like why they're fetish, like where it's just somebody like kneading dough for a really long time so you can see their hands and like they're like stroking the cake when they're like it's fetish content.
You know it when you see it.
Yeah. So I don't know how we got here and how this relates to Paul Blart.
Because he's sitting here getting came on by an ice cream cone.
Yeah, this is some. I guarantee you. Like, my philosophy is there's at least one out there for anything. There's at least one person out there. There's at least one person that has jerked off to that scene.
He's the one.
I guarantee you. There's at least two people. But yeah, this is somebody's favorite movie.
Yeah, that's just like that. That was a weird one. That was weird. That didn't do with the movie any favors.
No, not at all.
Like it's already pretty shitty, and like that didn't make it any better. So I wouldn't be surprised if people literally walked out at that moment like, "What the fuck is this?" It's just like
I want my money back. This next scene, I don't know if it was intentionally. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's fair. Like, I'll give them this one. This made me laugh. I'll let them have it. They got one over on me for this next scene.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
He punched right in the bread basket.
I startled you.
I just feel terrible.
Oh, no, I deserved it.
Can I help you up or get you some medical attention?
Not necessary. This just shifts the focus away from my arthritis.
We have to have an award. Like,
yeah.
And I mean, it's the shittiest award in the world, but like DV of the week or some shit. Like, because that woman just apologized.
Yeah, I don't think we should call it DV of the week, but just
but I mean, I don't know what to call it.
The
assault, like
we'll call it the Parker Posey.
I like that.
Yeah. So this is the Parker Posey. We're just
the Parker Posey Award.
Yeah, for least deserving assault.
Yeah, like just.
But
there's a scene. Okay, but I laughed at that. I laughed at that hard. But like the scene, there was a scene before that with the actor Neil McDonough it's either McDonald or McDonough. I can't remember. But he was the first one to make me laugh. I laughed an hour and 12 minutes into this movie. That was the first time I laughed, like a real laugh.
Yeah,
like a guffaw. Like, that was bad. It's bad.
And usually the comedies try to get the laughs in early.
Right.
Let the plot develop as it goes along and kind of slows down the laughter. But no, not this one.
Not at all. Didn't even try.
But for the Parker Posey Award of the week, we are going to nominate this unlucky actress.
Sweet mercy!
I am so sorry, ma'am.
No, my fault. I startled you.
I just feel terrible.
Oh, no, I deserved it.
Can I help you up or get you some medical attention?
Not necessary. This just shifts the focus away from my arthritis.
So
I might take it back. I might want the "Oh Sweet Mercy" in the intro instead.
I lost my thought. I had it. So he punches this woman. Is it common? Like, in self-defense, like, it's the face you're usually going for, right?
But I mean, grief is weird. Grief's a cruel mistress.
This is kind of like how Dante's Inferno is about, like, or something is about purgatory. I don't know.
Woman, like, he just turned around and just like got her, man, like a good body shot, like right in the bread mat. Like, that was a Floyd Mayweather-esque body shot that shut her down. Like,
yeah,
she couldn't answer the 10 count after that. Like he but I felt shitty for laughing, dude. I felt like so shitty for laughing at that moment.
It felt like,
again, she's apologizing the whole time I'm laughing.
But like, it's almost like they got me too, and it made me feel unclean. Like, oh, they got me. Like this movie made me laugh. I feel like lesser of a person, but but it was pretty good. So this scene, I guess I don't have music on either. So he's very like, first off, that took forever. This is like 3.6 speed, and it still took him that long to get that rapper out of there. So he's like, honestly, don't know what he's doing. Like, is he hot wiring it?
Like I was like, he's trying to get as much time in on the movie as he can. Like, because that unwrap scene, like we all knew where that was going.
Yeah, he was gonna eat it.
He's still just like, it's like, again, I just like, they should just put in the captions, just funny. Like, it would have been funnier to do shit in the captions like opens rapper fatly.
Yeah,
like something like that, as opposed to just like, these are all clearly fat jokes. You eat a lot, cool.
Yeah. But I'm guessing he hot wires this Segway, and he rides off into the night with it. I guess I forgot music for that one.
Here.
This next scene, this is fucking weird. Why? Like, whose idea was this? Whose idea was this?
Where exactly did it? Wow, that is the brownest banana I've ever seen. That's borderline black. I wouldn't eat that if I were you. You're eating it. He's eating it. I'm gonna throw up a little bit, I think.
That might be like. Actually, I take it back. That's pretty fucking good. Like, they're just like, what if we had this guy eat a rotten banana? Like, I fucking like it.
I'm telling you, man. I think all of this is just some elaborate ruse for humiliation.
Yeah.
Or a grief comedy.
Yeah. When Adam Sandler lost the Oscar for hidden gems or uncut gems, he said, he said, because I lost, I'm not going to make the worst movie ever, like the most typical Adam Sandler movie. And I think it's already been made. Like, this is like if you showed AI Adam Sandler movie, and just let it watch Adam Sandler movies, and then like told it to like make a bad version of it. That's what this
AI
is.
AI would respect your attention a tad bit more than the. But I just don't like. It's a lot of like overweight jokes.
Yeah,
and he's not really overweight. Like,
no,
but I don't know, man. Like, it feels like he's not laughing with but more at.
Yeah, I don't.
Does that make sense? Like, this movie in like a million ways offends me, but it like on a larger scale, it's just kind of like the misogyny kind of aspect of it, which, oh man, what a snowflake. Yeah, I feel you, but like it was just very obvious. Like, even as someone who rarely gets offended by anything, like I was like, dude, like, wow, just chill.
It was like this, and then it was the Harrison Butker like speech.
But it's more like how he wrote the women characters too.
Yeah,
like that was kind of wild. Like the woman in the bar, like that worked. Like he wrote that worked.
Yeah, and then he wrote that woman was in love with him.
Right.
And then yeah.
And then and then set her up to ultimately be viewed as someone who would go back with him and cheat.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't know what was going on in Kevin James's life around this time, but you gotta figure that out, bro. You gotta look inward at that shit, bro.
So first off, he sees this suitcase and it says bulletproof.
Zero chance he fits in that, though. I know what I just said, but zero chance he fits in that.
This is just like in every way the most unbelievable movie ever. Like, so the first off, the fact that it just says bulletproof and you're just gonna take its word for it. Yeah. So like he is. We'll watch the scene. We'll watch the scene, and then we'll go from there. And I'll walk you through it if you're listening afterwards.
If you're still with us.
Did I say that?
No, it's just no, I didn't.
Oh,
you're still with us because this movie's bad. You probably don't even care at this point.
So like I
don't blame you. Oh man,
he puts himself in a bulletproof suitcase at the top of the stairs, and this dude that looks like Brian Hawks. Do you know who Brian Hawks is?
No.
He's like the GM for AML. A guy like a bald white guy with glasses. So he comes running up the stairs with the gun, starts shooting at the suitcase, and then he nudges himself off and bounces, knocks him out, and then lands in the pool. It's just fucking the worst shit.
Excuse me? The buttons on your uniform are rivet brass, made by Cintas Uniform Supply, which stopped using that particular type of metal due to humanitarian reasons.
Can you pause it real quick?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This scene where he has fallen in the fountain has not happened at this point, correct?
He looks wet. I think.
Is it that, or is he sweating?
I think it's sweating because he hasn't fallen. He hasn't gotten to that.
That's what I think. I think he's sweating, bro.
But like,
okay,
yeah. You're just like,
just super
I'm
obvious,
not gonna. He's like, I'm not gonna class this dude for being fat, and they're just like, he would not fit that suitcase. Like, look at this fucking fat piece of shit sweating.
Fat fuck sweating. Fat fuck sweating in there.
Yeah.
The suitcase, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, he just landed in the pool. In the last scene, you remember he landed in the pool.
Okay, because I get confused. This dude is not. That's her boyfriend.
No, this is a different guy.
This is the valet guy.
I don't know who he is. This is just a random dude, I think.
Okay, because I couldn't remember any of the. He's interacted with so many people. Just
I
talking
don't think
shit, like walking right up. Just Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Maybe he did just fall in the pool, and then that makes sense. But other than that, I was like, bro, that's an obvious sweating.
And the Security Association restricts the hiring of anybody under the age
Yeah,
of 18.
you
There
feel
is
it.
no way you are a security guard here.
What did he expect from that? Like he got really like happy and smiley, like,
Well, I feel like he's always trying to show off, like, you know, hey, I could be a police officer. I'm just as good as those guys, man. Like he's Kirkland brand. He's like, well, we're just paying. You're just paying for the name Kraft.
Yeah.
It's Kirkland brand cheese.
It's fucking good. Like Kirkland.
It's
like,
legit.
That's why I was like, hey, don't compare Paul Blart to Kirkland, please. Maybe like
no, it's not Paul Blart. It's the what would he be? A mall cop. He's a mall cop. So that's like he's trying to be a real cop. So mall cops are like the Kirkland version of the off-brand.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No shame. Shout out Kirkland. We should be sponsored by Kirkland.
Costco hot
dog. Get sponsored
dude.
by Kirkland. Let's get sponsored by Costco. That's
Costco.
That's the move.
You see what we'll do with bidets. Yeah.
I would go Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Sam's Club might sponsor us. But we deserve something after this movie.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Something.
Kevin James, please send us money for our families. So this, I don't know what the fuck this is. Like,
Lux Bidet should follow us both for doing it.
So this is a motel that has the security officer association, but they have an indoor arena like stage that has water. Like the ability to have that much water inside, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Like, so I
mean, yeah, especially like loose water, because I was like, the only other time it's like that is like hockey, but it's all frozen.
Yeah. So loose water. This is him running away from people, and he gets on stage. A little loud, but yeah, he puts on wigs. I feel like
my note for that entire thing was, is this entire movie just a really shitty infomercial for Las Vegas entertainment?
I haven't seen anything super entertaining, if I'm being honest with you.
I think it's all an infomercial for the Wynn Resort. Yes.
I wouldn't want to stay at one of those places after this though.
Well, he took that gamble.
Yeah. So he has a bow and arrow somehow here, and he had enough time to tape his vibrating fort to the bow and arrow.
Right, MacGyver style.
Yeah. So now he's about to shoot the guy.
Come to a fork in the road.
What?
Like fucking unbelievable. Like, I don't think there's one thing in this movie where I was like, this could happen in real life. And that's what I was saying. Like, Blade is more believable. I would believe that happened. Like that there are vampires and that Blade exists and there's this Dracula that they bring back and they can erase the human race. I believe that could happen over anything in this movie.
I think that Paul Blart, he as presently constructed probably can't exist in today's world, like I said. But
I think there's a Paul Blart out there.
There's a little Paul Blart in all of us.
The spectrum.
Let's just do that. Maybe that's the point of this movie. There's a little Paul Blart in all of us. But I honestly think it's got to be a movie about grief, because otherwise it's the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life.
I think it's the biggest piece of shit.
I've seen some stinkers. This is bad.
Windershins. It's about the art. They're stealing art from the hotel.
There's nothing leading up to this that points him in that direction. Like,
right.
At all. Like in a movie full of foreshadowing, this has not been foreshadowed with him one bit.
Once he starts trying to find it, like get the kid back.
Yeah.
It's like, again, no one's alerted about the art. Like, they get away.
Yeah. I think they're the ones that has to stop it. Like, no, like there's fucking police officers. Like there's people that can come in and I don't know. Maybe he doesn't trust the police. Maybe he's like, nah, I see to do. That's why I'm on security, because I don't fuck with the Back to Blue crew.
I'm both equal parts depressed all over again and angry. Like, I'm angry because I'm watching these clips and it's just bringing back memories of me watching this movie.
Yeah.
And that's making me angry. And then I'm depressed because you feel the way about this movie that I do. And it's making for a really depressing podcast.
Yeah.
Where we just sit here and shit on poor Kevin James when all he's trying to do is write and act.
Yeah. But he doesn't.
Poorly, but he's trying.
Yeah.
So I will say this.
Go ahead.
This movie has a couple more clips left. I say we ransack through them, rather, because the next movie has to save the saving grace of the daisy chain from this movie, because all the other movies we had, there were moments.
Yeah.
Like there were moments where it was really bad and then
it was enjoyable.
Right. Like the bad was enjoyable.
Yeah.
This is just bad.
I fast forwarded every scene where somebody was walking. If they weren't talking, I fast forwarded through it.
Anytime savers, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a good
end,
sign.
It was just
man.
like, okay, I gotta hear this talking part. And that's we'll get through this and we'll try to end on a positive note.
You know, in the future, we're gonna have to leave our determinations for the end.
Yeah.
Because this is anticlimactic, but I mean this is
great
dead in the water.
Thanks. Isn't that mine?
Little kiss.
That wasn't even the best part of that scene. The best part of that scene was Frank catching the verbal abuse at the end. Where Frank was like, I told you we should have just like, not now, Frank. Like, I mean, that was some anger behind that. Like, he was pissed.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the marbles that are not to be walked on.
Grabbing all of the guns. He's doing like his fucking
just
lead
stealing
up.
the shit.
Yeah, he's got this new Segway and he's just rolling through it. He hops off the Segway. knocks a dude with a gun on the like he's out here with like fucking
Batman,
a goo gun with people with like actual guns with silencers that are like not afraid to kill you.
Please tell me Blart is dead.
Yeah, if by dead you mean taking out your crew one by one and being in possession of one of your prized paintings.
What do you want?
I want to make a deal. Swap.
So he's swapping to get his daughter back.
Play, Sloppy.
Here is the place where I finally laughed, and thank that other actor.
Yeah.
Spin around until I throw up on you and your friends. I simply don't care. I'll stick your face in maple syrup and make you sing gospel. I'll crawl inside you and lay eggs like a baby spider. I welcome it. I've got 2 different colored eyes. Who'll bring a folk guitar to a pumpkin fight? Because that's the way I was brought up.
Yeah.
I thought I took all of you out with
non-lethal. I get it.
I love that, like, he didn't realize that that's what non-lethal meant until the people didn't die. So he was trying to kill them. Like, he wanted them dead. And
the whole time.
Oh, the whole time. What a fucking... Oh.
Like... I will say the part with the lamp, I laughed a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we're still plugged in. I laughed really hard. I did.
Up you go, Missy. Whoa. Whoa.
I laughed.
All right, guys, who took my show hair?
I think Maya's just seeing her future.
I laughed.
I think Maya's just seen his future. Like, that's a good sick burn. Yeah.
Maya caught the ultimate stray. Right there.
What did she do?
Wow.
And
right.
We haven't really touched on it, but she has this like weird romance with the pool boy the entire
It was
movie.
definitely it was over 18.
Yeah. It was.
And she's supposedly under.
Yeah. It's messy. But yeah, like just everything about this movie is unbelievable.
This movie's wild. This part is ridiculous.
Yeah. So she rubs oatmeal, which is actually like
what he's allergic to.
Yeah.
So he has boils on his face now.
Yeah.
Which is not how that works.
No.
Always bet on Blart.
So that's the ending of the movie. This is like the after.
In a business district, sir.
Actually, this part did make me laugh at the very end.
This should have been the beginning.
Oh, I apologize. I should have recognized the steely-eyed gaze of a fellow brother in arms.
You ride.
And that's how the movie ends. That's how the movie ends. He gets the shit kicked out of him by a horse, and he's left laying on the. And that's Paul Blart.
But I will say this in his defense: throughout that entire movie, brother took some shots.
Oh yeah,
like that mule kick. My God, like bro is indestructible.
He's a unit.
But there was a fan theory that stated that Paul Blart is a movie where a man is angry that he can't die, which is why you just see all these things happen to him and he ends up just being completely fine. Then there's the Shadow Man, which is the greatest trivia of all time.
Yeah.
The Shadow Man was the man at the piano playing the piano that wasn't helping him.
Yeah.
That. Oh my goodness! Just if I want the Shadow Man version. That's what I want.
The Shadow Man is the person behind all of the bad things happening to him, right?
Yeah. That's what they wanted. They wanted the Shadow Man to be all the bad things that happened were just all attributed to the Shadow Man.
So there's like the Snyder cut with the Justice League. Can we get the
Shadow Man cut? The
Shadow Man cut, where it's just like we get to see Kevin James' real vision, not what the network made him put out.
Right. Let's see the Shadow Man. Let's see Kevin James' real vision.
It's just Adam Sandler when he used to do the Dracula bit on SNL. That's the Shadow Man. Or the opera singer.
If I pick Paul Blart, then it's your turn to pick.
Yeah.
Because if I pick I'm gonna use Lonnie Love. We gotta start. We're daisy chaining, so that's the new way we're gonna pick. That's because it makes it fun as opposed to just picking random stuff.
Like Paul Blart.
I think if you want to have fun, all the movies, first 3 movies, all had very questionable DV scenes.
Yeah,
so that's daisy chain them all together.
Yeah,
Parker Posey Awards.
Yeah,
all around.
Yeah, this is.
I have a feeling that's going to be. I have a feeling that's going to be in a lot of these movies that we're watching.
Yeah,
because that's a cheap laugh.
It is a cheap laugh,
right?
And this movie should have been called Cheap Laughs.
I didn't even think they were cheap laughs. They're like, those aren't even for sale. Nobody wants those. Those are like the baloney of laughs. Like it's just the shit that the butcher doesn't want all stuffed into this thing.
I love baloney though.
Oh, who doesn't? But it's still what it is, right?
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because there were moments in this movie that made you laugh.
Yeah, the old lady.
Just like baloney.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
But there's a deli baloney that you can get. Raiders
I will say this. Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Literally getting ready to say that. Rangers have scored 4-3, and if we lose this game because I had to watch Kevin James' dumbass movie, I will lose my ever loving mind. I won't blame Freddie and Freddie like I should.
Yeah,
I won't.
We'll blame Kevin James.
I'll blame Kevin James.
Yeah. We actually.
Freddie's been a little shaky. He's been a little shaky. It's okay though.
At least we didn't lose.
See, this next time, next year when we're in the playoffs and we're watching Paul Blart 2, we're just gonna not do that and live stream us watching the playoff game instead.
Yeah,
because that would have been a way better. Like just me and you staring at a TV would have been better than that entire movie.
Yeah,
not us reviewing the movie, just that whole movie.
Yeah, I just realized that
I feel so bad
on my shoulder.
I feel nice.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for anybody who paid the full ticket price for that when it first came out.
Yeah, the worst thing about the movies we've done so far is that none of them have been available to stream for free.
Yeah, that's bad.
Luckily, we haven't paid for any of them. But like, who's paying?
Allegedly.
We actually got a screener from Mr. Kevin James.
He will just give them out for free if you email him.
So I think this is something that we can do. We can announce next week's, and I'm going to do it by playing the trailer for the movie that we're going to be covering next week. Should be a lot of more fun. I've seen this movie like a little bit, but not all the way through. I don't think. Let's see.
I like
this.
I
this
like
movie
it.
you can watch free on YouTube. So there's that.
Ooh. That's good.
Free with ads. So it's not
basically free.
Basically free.
You have to pay it.
So without further ado, the movie for next week is
announcing the arrival of the first airline with soul.
Welcome aboard. Thank you for choosing the Soul plane.
From the time you arrive at the gate,
You doing good? Yeah. You feel wonderful.
till the moment you meet the crew,
Hey, Captain.
At ease, ladies.
we make sure you have an unforgettable flying experience.
Peep out this little safety video we put together for you.
Now that you got on our plane and you've been listening, you better just do as we say or you'll be missing.
Sit tight and enjoy the flight.
Kevin Hart,
Mayday. Mayday.
Tom Arnold,
Oh, hey.
D.L. Hughley,
Damn.
Sorry.
Well, I guess you can't have the lightning without the thunder.
Method Man, Monique, and Snoop Dogg.
What the hell's going on here? Man, I'm afraid of heights.
This is wonderful. I love this freaky stuff like this. This spring, the party is.
You can tell this movie came out in 2004 by which version of this song they're using.
Soul play.
The headbands is what gave it away for me.
In that hat, I'm guessing. So you heard it here first. We are watching.
I can't wait.
Soul Plane.
Soul Plane.
As a white man, I admit I'm a little nervous. Like, my fear is that I'm gonna be like, oh, this is stupid. And you're like, no, that's actually part of the culture. And then I look like a piece of shit.
It's okay. It's okay. It's how you learn. That's how you learn in these days. Plus, honestly, the culture is subjective. There is like stuff that is culture inclined, but are like solidified in the culture. But for the most part, man, it's all about having fun. The culture is about having fun.
Did you have fun this week?
Indeed, I did. I did not enjoy watching this movie. I enjoyed obliterating it. Like I enjoyed just getting on here and just fine. That's been all week. I've been waiting for this moment. I've been waiting for it. Like I felt like Eminem when I got on this laptop. Like it's like Mom Spaghetti on my sweater and shit. But I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna just destroy on the mic. And I feel like I did that. I feel like I smashed the Pakpadak that is Paul Blart too.
Yeah.
But I cannot wait for Soul Plane. I'm excited to watch this because from what I remember, it was pretty funny. But I'm feeling like maybe because it's from that time period, it's not going to be funny anymore. It makes me sad. I'm hoping I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm wrong. What do you think?
I'm excited for it. The parts I remember seeing were fun. The Hurricanes are done for the season. But
fuck Paul Blart, dude. And fuck Peter Laviette.
Yeah.
How do you say his last name? I can't do that. I never could.
Yeah, Lava Lamp.
I can't even say it when he coached here.
Yeah. So just fuck Paul Blart. Fuck the Rangers.
Guys, this is I'm not gonna lie, man. Of all the podcasts we've put out, like this one might not do numbers, but I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that.
I think it'll do numbers. I think people want to hear what we have to say about this.
I think people love hearing what we have to say, but like we're bringing the energy like two guys that just watched their team lose in the fucking third period.
Yeah.
Like when we were up 3-1 and somehow it's 5-3 right now. That's 4 goals.
Yeah, that's 4 goals. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So there was that. It's Paul Blart's too. But there's one shining light is that Soul Plane is next.
Soul Plane is next. And
also the shining light is for you that you can save 15% off of Lux Bidet, luxbidet.com.
And we will let
Codename Bidet Boys.
We'll let our intro, which is we've already got some new people for next week. We'll make it our outro and then we'll be done.
Save the purple crayon for Daddy.